Hey, welcome to Buffy's Angels, the show where I watch Buffy with Logan, and I've seen them all a million times. Logan's watching for the first time, and we're gonna go through episodes 19 and 20 of season 3 today. Choices and the prom. How's it going, Logan?
Why you sort of sound down right now? What's going on?
Do I know? We
I
we're
don't know.
just
Yeah.
I don't know. I just have to get through the business. That was
Yeah.
the business. Now I'm in.
Yeah. I thought these were some two solid Buffy episodes. I don't know if you have maybe hyped the season too much or what it is, but if I'm being honest, I think I sort of like season two more.
Interesting.
And if J.K. Simmons were here and he asked me, "Do you feel like the season is rushing or dragging?" I feel like they're really rushing the last few episodes of the season.
I couldn't disagree more. I mean, but look, you're not alone in that opinion. People like season 2 is a lot of people's favorite season.
I feel like just the whole everything with Cordelia is really rushed. Everything with the graduating and colleges just seems sort of rushed. I don't know. You don't get that at all?
I don't know. I feel like a lot of it's been set up over the course of the season. I think this season was pretty well planned out. This season, along with season 5, always
I'm not saying it
feel
was poorly planned. I just feel like I don't know. I feel like it's really come on strong. Just only the last four episodes or so. I don't know. The mayor stuff has been really well done.
I don't know. Come on, since the goddamn Wish, this has been an amazing season.
All right.
Go back and look at the episodes. You know what the problem is that season 3 doesn't have as well defined episodes as season 2. You can really like pick out like what happened in each episode of season 2. Season 3 is spread out a little bit. It's more serialized. There's episodes like choices or enemies where like there's no real particular plot line happening. It's just sort of like this is an advancement of the season episode.
Right. I something I do that sort of annoys me is I sort of give like a take early on that is sort of negative, and I don't want people to feel like I hate everything I watch because I feel like that's sort of how I act sometimes. But I don't at all. I love Buffy.
I think we can all tell you're still enthusiastic about Buffy.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, May
All right.
4th, 1999. What happened?
Well, yeah. Well, I'll tell you. Uh, News radio ended, Logan. This episode aired against the news radio finale. Very
Well,
sad.
I think
Uh
you disconnected your microphone.
fucking did. It's back, I think. How's that sound?
No,
It's
terrible.
not?
No, wait a second. Close the audio thing and then open it back up.
Oh, this is.
Like the little arrow, it'll like refresh it for you.
Yeah. All right, it did. Hey.
Yeah, you're great.
Okay, so this aired against the finale of News Radio. Of course, it was limping along because a year ago, Phil Hartman was involved in the murder suicide of his wife, and they had John Lovitz this last season. It's not as good, but I was sad to see it go. Probably VHS recorded it during this episode. Um, all right, I'll tell you what. A little show you like premiered over the weekend.
What's that? 13 Reasons Why?
No,
That
a
was
little
unnecessary.
sh- a little show called SpongeBob SquarePants.
That's great. Should we do the theme song right now?
He lives in a pineapple under the sea.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
That's all I know.
Absorbent and yellow and porous is he? Something like that.
Mm.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
All
If
right.
nautical nonsense be something you miss, SpongeBob SquarePants. Then hop on the deck and flop like a fish. SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants. Do 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 do. That was the water. Going there.
I can't tell whether you nailed it because
Oh,
I
I
don't know it.
crushed it.
But all right, I believe you. I
I
do.
think I actually don't know I've never attempted the lyrics until right now. That was a crazy thing I just tried. Right, that was cool though.
All right. The number one song in America is "Livin' La Vida Loca" by
Mm-hmm.
Ricky Martin, baby. And boy, oh boy, that song was big. Everyone loved Ricky Martin. He was a Latin lover. The women all thought he was like the sexiest thing in the world. We didn't know he was gay for a couple of years. And yeah, I remember this summer. That song was all over the place.
Okay.
Okay. The number one movie in America, debuting at number one, is Entrapment. Logan, Entrapment, with Sean Connery and Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a fun that was fun to watch them on the promotional trail of that movie because the way Sean Connery said Catherine Zeta-Jones was very fun.
I can imagine.
Yeah. And you know, everyone knows that movie is the one where she does the thing with the lasers. You know what I'm
Yes,
talking about?
of course.
Yeah. That was how it was promoted. That's what everyone remembers from it. But I waited. I saw that movie on VHS. Slogan. This week I went to go see the movie that debuted at number 7, a failure, called Idle Hands.
Okay.
All right, and that was about a severed hand, or he gets like an evil hand. I don't even remember, but it was like a stoner comedy horror movie co-starring Buffy actor Seth Green.
That's cool.
Yeah. Um, in the world of
Is
wrestling,
he the biggest star in the world of all these people? I don't know why I said in the
uh,
world, but is he like the most famous person? Probably. Well, Sarah Gellar is very famous right now.
yeah, I was gonna say Geller, but other than her, yeah.
Yeah, he's doing great.
Although Boreanaz, man, Boreanaz, he's never missed a year. He's been a regular on a TV show, a star on a TV show since Buffy premiered.
But we're talking right now. Right now, it's definitely not Boreanaz.
He's on SEAL Team, bro.
Right now?
Yes.
I mean, no, not 2023. I'm talking about it right tonight, today,
Oh, in
May 4th,
1990.
1999.
Oh, yeah. All right.
I'm sorry.
Then it's number one with a bullet, Sarah Michelle Gellar, and then Seth Green.
Yeah, that's okay. All right, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Although Boreanaz's profile's rising, he's about to have a spinoff, bro.
Yeah, they lay it on thick in that next episode.
They do. All right. The number. Hey, wrestling.
Yeah,
SmackDown premiered.
flat out.
Yeah, WWE added another show. It's called SmackDown. Still on the air today. And
What day is this?
well, that was on Thursday.
Okay.
So this is Tuesday. It was like a few days ago. But the big thing that happened on that episode is that two factions merged. They merged, Logan. There was Shane McMahon's The Corporation, okay? And The Undertaker had the Ministry of Darkness, and they merged to become the Corporate Ministry.
Yeah, all right.
And that was a big deal at the time. Because The Rock was a face now. We were anti-Rock, anti Stone Cold. They were fighting. All right, so that was wrestling. This episode, choices.
Oh, come on. R.I.P. to the 40 dead in Oklahoma. There was a tornado that killed all of them. That's sad.
That's what you have?
How is that not the first thing that comes up when you're like, what happened on this day?
I saw it, but like, look, I pay attention to the news, Logan, and if
That's
I don't remember,
news.
if I don't remember it happening, it's not important.
All right. Well, RIP to all those people. And the US premiere of The Mummy. I thought that was cool. It comes out next week to everybody, but the premiere was this week. So
It was this day, I think, actually.
yeah.
The night of choices.
And
You know,
the
Brendan
news radio finale.
And the news radio finale, Brendan Fraser popped on a tux. All
Yeah.
right, probably took some pictures with Rachel Weisz.
Good thing there were no hellhounds around. They would have
That's the
eaten him up
next
in that
episode.
tux.
Very good point. All right. Oh, all right. Choices. Let's talk about it. David Fury wrote the episode. James A. Contner directed the episodes. This exact same writing directing team that did Helpless earlier in the season.
Okay. I really like that one.
Yeah, it's a great up.
Better than
As
this one, I'd
is
say.
this one. Okay. Logan, let's hear your notes. Scrotum.
All right. Faith gets a knife. Very cool knife. Only lasts for one episode, but she gets a cool knife. And the mayor says, go get a package from the airport. Right? Do I have that right?
The mayor gifts Faith this knife. She was very moved by the gift. And who's to say it
Doesn't Buffy
lasts?
keep it at the end of this episode?
It's currently in the hands of Buffy.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I mean.
We'll see the knife again.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. But I have a question in the next scene. Buffy and Angel, they're sort of together. What was the last time we saw them? Was it not when she broke up with him?
What?
I'm very confused on the status of their relationship.
No. See, that was too. Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, she said, like, I need some time. But I mean, they were in earshot together, right? And like, he, like, saved their life again. So that probably helped.
All right, I just needed clarification because I was a bit confused. But all right, but they're back together, and she's like,
listen, as long as Buffy and Angel are in the same town, they're incapable of not being together.
Right. Well, he's about to leave, so she's sort of bummed out. She's like, well, you never take me any cool places. We just do the same stuff. But he's like, what about that nest down at the beach with all those other demons? What about that cool location? We changed the scenery there. That was nice. I sort of like that.
Yeah.
That was nice. So Buffy, cool news, got accepted to Northwestern.
That's outrageous.
Why?
I mean,
she never attends any classes.
Yeah, that's an amazing school. And like, sure, she got a great SAT score or whatever, but like, I mean, she was kicked out of school. None of her teachers even remembered who she was.
Yeah, truly.
I don't know.
Yeah, and Mom calls Aunt Arlene. Have we heard of her again, or do we hear of her in the future?
I don't think we've heard from her before or since.
Okay, well, there's Aunt Arlene. There we go. And there's sort of a comment about Buffy has on her earrings, Mom's earrings, and she's like, "Hey, take off my earrings, Buffy. You
Right.
No." And so we go to school, right? And they're sitting outside at the table. Xander is reading a book. He sort of comments about what the book was, but I didn't catch it. What was it?
What are you talking about? It's On the Road by Jack Kerouac. He's decided that over the summer he's gonna go on a road trip by himself and find himself, which is what that book is about.
All right, yeah, I forgot what it was. I'm sorry. But Cordelia shows up, and Cordelia,
you just don't know about any books. Like, do you know Jack Kerouac? Is this your first experience with him?
Yeah.
All right.
Buffy, season 3, episode 18 or whatever.
19.
And Cordelia shows up, and she's like, Buffy, Xander, you guys suck. You got no future. She's really mean. I don't know. Yeah, I've really fallen off the Cordelia. Like, I don't know. I don't really like Cordelia anymore. Like, I want her to be happy and stuff, but I really loved Cordelia at a time, and now, like, I don't know. I'm not really excited when she's on screen.
Well, she's being an asshole for a reason. We find out later.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure. I guess.
Yeah. Her father just lost all their money.
Yeah, whatever. But
she's poor now.
I know.
It seems to me that you've sided with Xander in a breakup that involved her getting cheated on and then impaled.
That's funny when you put it that way. I guess you're not wrong. She's just been so mean.
Yeah. It's a reaction to getting cheated on and impaled.
All right, fair enough. That's fair. That's completely fair. But we go to the airport, right? Faith is at the airport and she says a line. Well, she kills the guy first, right? And she gets the box. And then she says a line from The Godfather, right? Did you like that?
I made him an offer he couldn't survive or something.
Yeah, that was very cool. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
in the next scene, Buffy quotes Seven.
Oh, what's in the box?
Yeah, what's in the box? That's the only reason I brought The Godfather, because back to back movie quotes.
Nice.
And then we go to the library and we learn that that box is called the Box of Gavrok. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, very cool.
Paying attention.
I don't know if we learn about Gavrok or not, but it's his box, I suppose. But Buffy, we learned, killed that guy, the what's in the box guy, with Mr. Pointy. I feel like this is like the
Yeah.
third or fourth time we've referenced Mr. Pointy. Always like that.
Yeah.
And
Shout out to Kendra.
shout out to Kendra. Wesley, one of the Wesley's shining moments, I think, so far of the first 6, 7, 8 episodes he's been in. I don't know. But he tells them like, hey guys, you're forgetting that the box probably has like a spell on it. So you got to reverse that in order to get to the box. And they're like, oh yeah, we got to do that. So Wesley coming in strong there.
Yeah. Good job, Wes. You're not totally useless.
Yeah, great job. Do we call him Wes? Is that a thing we can do?
I feel that I think that's a thing later on. Yeah.
Interesting. He doesn't look like a Wes. But sometimes I have written Wes before. So be okay. So we go to the dress store, right?
April Fools.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Search me. I don't know if they refer to that.
I bet the owner's name is April, maybe.
Could be.
So Xander sees Cordelia there, and she's like, looks like she's trying on a dress, and she shows him. I don't know how she got all these acceptance letters when we learned it's all fake, but she shows all the. What do you mean? What do I mean?
The acceptance letters aren't fake. She got into all those schools. She just can't afford them anymore.
Oh, that's very sad.
Yeah.
She's got the grades, but
She got into Columbia, for fuck's sake.
damn. Yeah, she referenced a lot of good ones. And so she shows him like, I got on into this one, into this one, into this one. And then Xander is like, yeah, because of daddy's money. And this is sort of like Olivia Jade, who we just talked about last week. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, Project Varsity Blues.
Yeah. And we go up to the rooftop. Did you like this scene on the rooftop?
Remind me what happens.
They sort of put the harness on Buffy and they tell Willow.
That. Yeah. I do like this.
It's pretty funny the way they do it because like they set up like Willow's going off by herself and they're like Willow's like, all right, I'm heading down now. So Willow goes off the side of the building and so later she gets caught by Faith. I really like the way the whole thing is staged. It's pretty fun. And so they put the harness on Buffy. She goes down into the thing and she I think the alarm goes off, right?
Yeah, she Mission Impossibles.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, honestly. I really enjoyed this part. And there's some fighting that goes on. They escape, and then Faith shows up to the mayor, and she's like, "Look who I've got! I've got Willow." And so basically, this was crazy, guys. The night before I watched this episode, I watched the movie Bridge of Spies, and if you've seen that movie, that movie is just this episode of Buffy. So it was pretty cool when I watched Buffy and it was just Bridge of Spies. But that's what they do is they're like, hey, we have this box. They have Willow, trade, right?
Yeah.
And somebody's against it. I think it's Wesley. He's like, what?
Of course it's Wesley. Wesley's like, listen, if we keep the box of Gavrok, he's not able to ascend. Fuck this girl.
Yeah. And that's a part in Bridge of Spies where they're like, we're only after this one guy. We're not after this other guy. Like they try to do a 2-part trade, but they're like, no, we already have the one guy. Why do we need the other guy? Do you remember that at all? But so this guy, so Wesley is sort of playing that character in Bridge of Spies. But,
yeah, but so they have like a setup that'll destroy the box of Gavrok and fucking they're having this whole big argument. And Seth Green, he has no lines during it. he is like the biggest stake in this conversation because it's his girlfriend, but he doesn't speak during the entire conversation. And then at the end of it, he just gets up and destroys the thing that could have destroyed the box of Gavrock. I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, yeah. You're right.
Silent but strong as ever. Oz.
Yeah, he should have just turned into a werewolf at that moment, though, and then they all would have listened to him probably.
Well,
Oh, I guess
unfortunately,
he
it
can't
wasn't the
choose
night of
that.
the full moon.
Yeah, it's not like he's not the Hulk or whatever.
Right.
All right,
You
so
think everyone's the Hulk, including Wolverine.
all right, I knew you were gonna say that. And as soon as I said that, I was like, I shouldn't have even brought that up because he's gonna roast me right now. And then you did. So Willow is all alone at the mayor's place, right? And there's some vampires, and she does that thing that we brought up. Well, I guess that they sort of set up a few episodes ago, where remember when she has the pencil and she like sticks it in that tree when she gets really mad?
Yeah.
She does that here. She has the floating pencil and she kills the vampire with it. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry. Willow, yeah,
Could you
Willow's
imagine if we were on a regular episode and you were like, wow, Indiana Jones is doing this and this, and I was like, oh, yeah.
dude,
Could you imagine?
I
It would be the end of the show.
it wouldn't be the end.
You'd be
of
like,
the
all right,
show.
2 stars, MVP, LVP. You'd end this. You'd end.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sleepy.
That's okay. I'm not
morning.
upset or anything.
Yeah,
Funny.
but yeah, I do like that. Yeah, it actually when it first happened, I was like, God, she was able to get a pencil through his suit jacket into his skin, through bone into his heart, and then I was like,
Let's
yeah,
go in their heart.
Yeah, I think so.
You can't just really.
Yeah, you have to hit the heart to kill a
You
vampire.
have to stake them through the heart.
Yeah,
that sounds familiar.
Yeah. And but
this is a good point.
Then when I realized, like, yeah, she was able to pierce a tree with it. I guess she like makes it go fast enough that it can do all that.
Yeah, that's funny though to think about. It should have come out the other side so that we really understand.
Yeah. That would have been really good.
And then you see the camera hole. You see Willow's face through the camera hole in the body. You know how they do that in movies? That would have been really cool. All right, so she also finds the books of ascension. She somehow like realizes there's a trap door in the. I don't know how she knew that, but she's like clicking around and finds a trap door, and she's like, "Ooh, books of ascension!" And she does steal some pages that they sort of reference in the next episode. They're like, Xander's like, "Hey, remember when Willow stole some pages?" I guess that'll come into play later also, but so that happened, right?
Yeah, a lot's building towards the finale. Don't judge the season until you've seen the finale.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, but so Faith comes in and she's like, "Hey, stop doing that. We're gonna take you to the trade." And so they go. Everyone goes.
But that's a great confrontation between Faith and Willow.
It is cool.
I love Faith going like, "I fucking heard it before. It's not too late. You know, you're still
no. It is too late.
Yeah,
you fucked up. Bitch.
Yeah, she goes, "It's way too late." I love that.
Yeah, that is good. You're right. But they go. I like the setting for this. It's all in the cafeteria. The whole showdown in the cafeteria. I thought that was very cool.
And the mayor's cut the lights.
Yeah, and he brings up like he basically tells Buffy and Angel, "You guys are doomed because Angel can live forever and Buffy can't." And he brings up he had a girlfriend or wife. Edna.
Yeah. We learned of her in the previous episode, like, because we saw like they were married like 100 years ago or whatever, and but or a couple episodes ago anyway. It might have been enemies, but Edna, yeah, I guess like he lived out their whole life together, like, and he said like at the end she was like senile and broken and shit, and like that wasn't the best time.
Yeah, it's very sad. I like how he says, like, I think he says we met in 03.
In Oct 3, yeah. Which is like, something we say now about 2003.
I loved that. I thought that was so cool watching it now because he's talking forever ago. Like you realize how far away it is because we've passed that ourselves.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool. And by the way, I didn't look this up and I meant to in that moment. Did he say an Aught 3? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, he said that weird, and I was like, is he from somewhere? And then I didn't look it up. I meant to look that up if he said that with an accent, but I guess he said ought, not O3.
Yeah.
So never mind. All right, but they do the trade, but they like something comes out of the box. They're like spider creatures inside the box. I didn't know what they
Yeah.
were, but they kill them, right?
They come back into play next week.
Okay. And Faith loses her knife. Well, she doesn't lose it. She like throws it, but then they
Yeah, she
leave.
kills one of the spiders with it.
Yeah, it's on the wall. Pretty
She
cool.
nails it against the wall, sort of like Buffy did in like Bad Eggs a long time ago.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
And so they Snyder comes in with the cops. Snyder didn't do
Yeah.
anything for me this episode.
What?
Gotta say, what did you like them?
I love the idea of Snyder thinking like, oh, yeah, I could get this girl now. Like he hates Buffy and her friends. So he goes in there. He's like, what the fuck is this? Dealing drugs, assholes? And then the mayor, like the person he fears the most, is there in the room.
But
It's
what does he
great.
do? Did they talk at all?
Yeah, he goes, "Oh, Mr. Mayor, I didn't see you." Yeah, he's scared of the mayor, and that I feel like that pays off a little bit, like all the Snyder being scared of the mayor earlier in the season and even
Mm-hmm.
last season.
Okay. No, you're right. You're right. Okay. All right. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. That's good. And so, but they everyone gets out. Willow, we get Willow. They get the box back. Sort of a moot episode. No, it's good. But so we go outside, right? I think.
Yeah, all right.
And Willow and Buffy are talking, the good friends, the two best friends. And Willow, I want to bring up, has on overalls yet again. I
Mm-hmm.
think this is four in a row. Overalls. 5 in a row. Maybe 5 in a row. Now maybe we skipped an episode. Anyway, so Willow tells Buffy something. What does she tell Buffy?
That she we learned earlier in the episode she got into like Oxford and Harvard and Yale and places like that. And she tells Buffy that she's going to forgo going to all of those places in and go to UC Sunnydale instead, because the thing that's most important to her in her life right now is helping Buffy fight evil, and so she wants to stay with the Scooby Gang.
Yeah, I thought that was great. Buffy's been so concerned about like what she wants to do and like what her whole purpose is, but then Willow's like, "Hey, this shit's important. We gotta
Yeah,
we gotta do
yeah.
this."
Buffy's concerned she like won't get to have a life because she's the Slayer, and Willow goes like, "Well, this is our life now. Like,
Yeah,
and it's a
somebody's
good
gotta do
life. It's
this.
a worthwhile life." Yeah,
Yeah, I really like that moment between them,
me too.
and Willow says something. She says badass. Very very cool from coming from Willow.
Okay.
I like bringing up the curse words in this. I think now we're just like sort of cursing sometimes though. Like I brought it up once, like we're sort of saying bad words, but now we do it a lot, kind of.
Well, I think
And
standards just get more relaxed over time. You know what helped it is Dawson's Creek premiered and was so like frank about sex and its dialogue and stuff that I feel like other WB shows were allowed to get away with more after that.
okay, all right. I've
Yeah.
never seen that. You think I should? You think I'd like Dawson's Creek?
Yes, Kevin Williamson, baby. You should at least watch the first two seasons, see the Kevin Williamson seasons.
Okay, all right. He does it like how Frank Darabont did The Walking Dead, just for the first two.
He came back for the finale, the series finale. He wrote and directed, or at least wrote. But yeah, he was the showrunner the first two seasons, and then it was Greg Berlanti who went on to create Everwood with Treat, always a Treat Williams.
You realize after Buffy's Angels, when we finish this, that we have to do one of my favorite shows, right?
No, I will do another one of my favorite shows.
All right, so we learned that Cordelia works at that place.
Yeah,
I don't think any characters learn that. I think that's only for us, right?
right.
And But so her like manager shows up and she's like, get back to work. You're
Her
slacking over
man,
here.
her manager later a regular on Chuck.
Who is she on Chuck?
She's
I
like
wouldn't know. I don't think.
Chuck CIA contact. Like anytime like Chuck gets a mission, it's this lady giving it to him.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And so Buffy and Angel, they're at the cemetery, and Buffy says she's going to go to that Sunnydale college that Willow was talking about. And she says, that mayor, he doesn't know what he's talking about. We're going to last forever.
Right? Yeah. But then like there's a silence and it's clear that like they're both thinking about it.
Yeah. Right.
Like the mayor's words stung.
Yeah, it's on their mind, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what do you give this episode?
A 4.
Yeah, I don't know. To TBH, I feel like it's between a 3 and a 4. What? Faith isn't in the next episode, is she?
No.
What is going on with Faith? Why is Faith bad? I don't like it. I miss when she was nice and friendly and they all got along.
Oh,
it really upsets me. I'll give it a 4. I will give it a 4 also. My MVP for this episode, I'm gonna go with Buffy. Buffy Summers.
The MVP of this episode is Willow for so many reasons. The confrontation with Faith, the finding the books of Ascension and getting those pages for Giles, deciding to stay behind with Buffy in Sunnydale. I love
You're
Willow
right.
in this episode.
It's Willow. I let my goggles pick Buffy, my Buffy goggles, but it's Willow. Willow's the MVP of this episode. Who is the LVP?
Mayor's great.
Wesley's great. Can't go Wesley this one.
Yeah, no. I might go Angel.
Yeah. I kind of agree.
I don't know. He's like an older, he needs to like get his shit together and realize like, you know, get out of there. You can't be dating a 16-year-old or a 17-year-old, I guess. No, she's 18 now. Okay, so she's street legal. But still.
Yeah. All right, I agree. So we go Willow and Angel, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna rank this episode between. What was enemies again? Can you tell me?
Yeah, you didn't love that one. That was the one with the, Angel pretending to be Angelus.
I kind of like that more though. I feel like this is right under that one. I put it 29.
I like this one more than that one. So start me with enemies and go up.
Okay. Did you have enemies very high?
Not really.
Okay, you have it 36. So enemies, the harvest, welcome to the Hellmouth, phases, amends, out of mind, out of sight. What's my line 1? What's my line 2? The pack, and homecoming.
All right, hey. You pop this. No, keep going. Anne, what's after Anne?
Homecoming, Faith, Hope, and Trick, Revelations, Consequences,
all right,
Bad
all
Girls.
All right. Between Faith, Hope, and Trick and the one that was under that.
Homecoming?
Yeah.
All right, so you have it 26 and I have it like 39. Oh, 29? Yeah. All right. Pretty similar.
Close. Yeah. All right. I think it's like in the mix of season 3 episodes. It's not a standout, but it's pushing the story forward.
I'll just remember it as the Bridge of Spies episode.